Hello guys, very good evening and a very warm welcome to yet another dhamakedar, faratedar and mazdar session by Embibe. This is Pritesh, your host, your host and a proud educator, welcoming you to your grade 9 chapter Pollution of Air and Water. So, grade 8 का ये chapter है Pollution of Air and Water. So, what we have been doing is कि today and yesterday, today, these 2 days we kept the Curious Mind sessions for 1 hour where we did your academic chapters from grade 8. तो कल हमने किया reaching the age of adolescence. आज हम करें pollution of air and water and that finishes your grade 8 bio के chapters, right? So from my end, I have covered all your chapters of biology, right from crop production and management to microorganisms, friend and foe, cell structure and function, reproduction in animals, reaching the age of adolescence and pollution of air and water. ये सारे मैंने मेरी तरफ से खत्म कर दिए. Now, इसके अलावा अगर आपको किसी भी बायो के चैप्टर में कोई भी डाउट है, so you can reach out to me on my Instagram at biology with Pritesh, or you can tell me in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to solve your doubts. Hi Olympiad in Fingertips and Deepti Bhalla. Hi Udit, very good evening. Welcome to the session. Now guys, I would like to tell you about the beautiful Embibe page. But before that, let me introduce myself to those who are new. So my name is Pritesh. I'm your host, your host and a proud educator from Embibe. Right? Talking about Embibe. So this amazing page of Embibe, it is absolutely free of cost. That gives you unlimited free access to test, assignments, study material, question, solution, explanation to solution, books, reference books, NCRTs, any board, any grade, any language, any subject, bilkul be free of cost. So make sure that you visit the Embibe page and you also download the Embibe app from Google Store or Apple Store. And guys, connect with us on Telegram. This is the QR code for our Telegram channel where you can connect with us and you get the PDFs of the session. You get, no, I'm the same person, Olympiad in Fingertips, I'm the same person. I'm good with it. Thank you so much for asking. How are you, beta? Right? So, ये टेलीग्राम चैनल ज्वाइन करने से आपको सेशन के पीडीएफ्स मिलेंगे, आपको चैनल पे जो कुछ हो रहा है उसके बारे में लाइव अपडेट्स मिलेंगे एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो कनेक्ट विद अस. सो टू ज्वाइन द टेलीग्राम चैनल. yes Olympiad in Fingertips, I am the same person. ठीक है, चलिए. So we are talking about your grade 8 chapter Pollution of Air and Water, in which today we'll be covering air pollution, greenhouse effect, water pollution and introduction to pollution. Now what do you mean by air pollution? So basically contamination of air with any harmful substances is called as air pollution. ठीक है, the substances which contaminate air, they are called as air pollutants. So the substances that contaminate air are called air pollutants. They can be your sulfur oxides, your nitrous oxides, your methane, your carbon soot, H2SO4, then your sulfuric acid, sulfurous acid. All of these are the contaminants, are the pollutants that contaminate the air, that contaminate or pollute the air. Okay? Here is a beautiful, amazing visual to understand air pollution. So you can see that here the air pollution is happening through the exhaust of the vehicles. Okay? Now, when I talk about air pollution, I should also know that what are the different sources of air pollution. So maximum there are man-made sources like vehicle exhaust, like factories exhaust, like burning of firewood, etc, etc. But there are also natural causes like volcanic eruptions, forest fire, like erosion of soil erosion also causes a lot of air pollution. ठीक है? चलिए. Now, okay. ठीक है. Right. Now, for human activities, factories, power plants, automobile exhaust and burning of firewood and dung cakes are responsible for air pollution by man. ठीक है, Olympiad in Fingertips. Please watch what you're typing in the chat. Right? This is a public platform where we all have gathered to learn, grow, evolve and become a better person. So please watch your words while you're typing in the chat. Now, there are natural sources of air pollution like forest fires or volcanic eruptions that release pollutants in the air and cause air pollution. But they are a very, very small contributor in terms of numbers to air pollutants. The maximum or the higher contributor to the air pollution are man-made sources. Then, here is a beautiful question for you. Air pollution is caused by presence of sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide and airborne particulate materials. True or false? Very easy. That how does air pollution happen? Does it happen because of sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide and particulate matter? True or false? Easy peasy, Japanesey. Very good. The answer is definitely true. The answer is definitely true, right? So, air pollution is a result of the different pollutants like sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, etc., etc. When we talk about the causes of air pollution, so vehicles release a lot of exhaust which cause air pollution. Industries also release gaseous pollutants like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. Lead is also something that comes out of vehicles exhaust. Chlorofluorocarbons cause depletion of the ozone layer. Again, depletion of the ozone layer is a part of air pollution. Natural events like forest fire, volcanic eruptions also release volcanic dust which causes air pollution. And smog, which is a combination of smoke plus fog, it reduces visibility, it causes respiratory problems, and that is also a contributor to air pollution. Usually seen in the northern part of India like Delhi, smog is very easily visible, especially during the winters. Okay? Then a gas produced by burning fossil fuels. Now, what are your fossil fuels? Fossil fuels include your petrol, diesel, coal, kerosene, right? When you burn them, what is released? Methane, oxygen, CFC or carbon dioxide. What is released when you burn fossil fuels? Very easy. It is carbon dioxide. According to Deepti, absolutely correct. Carbon dioxide is the largest contributor to air pollution. Okay? Now, moving on, Taj Mahal. So now, now currently the Taj Mahal is completely white, but few years back it had turned greenish yellow. Taj Mahal had turned greenish yellow because of the different chemical refineries and petroleum refineries around Taj Mahal, right? Now these refineries released a lot of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide into the air. Now when this sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide met with the met with the water in the air, it made sulfuric acid and nitric acid. And when this sulfuric acid and nitric acid came down in the form of rain, that was acid rain, right? Now when this acid, it got in touch with the marble of the Taj Mahal, it corroded the marble and made it greenish yellow, giving it a very dirty look. And that was known as the marble cancer. That was known as the marble cancer. Okay? Now, because of the marble cancer, the Taj Mahal had turned greenish yellow, but then now they have restored the marble and they have, polished the marble, and now the Taj Mahal is as white as it always was. But there was a time when it had turned very dirty greenish yellow because of the acid rain. You can see the beautiful, amazing Taj Mahal, one of the wonders of the world. It is really very beautiful. I've been lucky to visit it, and the Taj Mahal had turned greenish yellow because of the acid rain, but now it is again completely white. Okay, you can see how it is turning dirty and greenish yellow. Yeah, that was because of the acid rain. Okay. Then the greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect is basically the ability of the earth to trap the trap the heat of the sun. Greenhouse effect is a very good phenomena, because if there was no greenhouse effect, the earth would have turned into a cold desert, right? Basically, what is greenhouse effect? There are certain gases like carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, fluorinated gases, which trap the heat of the sun and don't let it go back into the atmosphere and don't let it go back into the space. Now, because they are trapping the heat of the sun, the earth becomes warm, and that is what made it habitable for organisms to thrive. Now, if these gases were not present, then the entire heat that is coming on the earth, it would have got reflected into the space and the earth would have become a cold desert. But because these gases are trapping the heat of the sun, there is warmth on the earth's temperature, right? But till the greenhouse effect is there, there is no problem. The problem arises when this greenhouse effect becomes more than normal, right? When these gases become too much in number and they trap more and more heat of the sun, leading to global warming. So greenhouse effect is absolutely good to maintain the warmth on the earth. But when this greenhouse effect turns to global warming, that is where all the problem lies. Okay? Carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, water vapor, these are the greenhouse gases which trap the heat of the sun and do not let it escape into the space. The problem is when these gases become too much and they lead to excess rise in the temperature of the earth, causing global warming. Now, global warming has its own consequences. It causes flood, it causes droughts, it causes, you know, melting of the glacier, melting of the glaciers, that in turn has another hazards. So global warming is an increased level of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere that lead to the earth becoming warmer than average, and this is called as global warming. So till the time there is greenhouse effect, everything is fine, no problem, nothing to worry about. The problem comes only when these gases become more than normal, making the earth more warm than required, leading to global warming. So you can see what happens because of global warming. The entire ecosystem get affected. You can see how these polar bears, they are living in the polar region for years together. But now what is happening, because of the excess temperature of the earth, the polar region is getting melted. And that is why the polar bears who have been living in the polar region for generations, they are moving towards cities to search for food. Because there is no ice, they cannot find food. Because there is no ice, there is nowhere for them to live. And that is why they are moving towards the cities to in search of food. Few years back, there was a very saddening video where there were a group of polar bears who was looking for food in the garbage, and they had turned all black because they are white, because they live in the snow. But now they had come to a city searching for food, and they was looking for food in the garbage. You can find that video very easily on the internet, and that is only a result of global warming. There are so many there are so many different pathogens which are extremely harmful, which are in the frozen form in the glaciers. But because of global warming, the glaciers are melting, and if they melt, these microbes which are very harmful, they will get released in the atmosphere, and they are even much more harmful than the coronavirus. You saw what coronavirus did to the planet. You saw what coronavirus did to the earth and the human population. Organisms which are far more harmful than the coronavirus are in the frozen form in the glaciers, in the polar regions. But if they get released, you don't know what will happen to mankind. So mankind will be the reason of its own destruction if we do not stop, pollution, if we do not reduce pollution, if we do not do something to to maintain the temperature, to maintain the climatic condition of the earth in a very healthy manner, right? That is about global warming and greenhouse effect. Here is a very interesting question, that which of the following can increase greenhouse effect? Burning fossil fuels, cutting of trees, both fossil fuels and cutting of trees, or none of the above? Which of these will increase the greenhouse effect? Easy peasy, Japanesey, come on. Super easy question. Okay, very good. Dipti, the answer to the question is both burning of fossil fuels and deforestation will increase greenhouse effect and global warming. Absolutely correct, right? Chaliye. Next one, global warming will cause rise in the level of oceans, melting of glaciers, sinking of islands, or all of these. What will global warming do? What will global warming do? Hi Udit. Yes, Dipti, please ask. Okay, the answer will be all of these. Absolutely correct. Chaliye, very good. Now, with this we move ahead and we talk about water pollution. So just like the presence of contaminants in air is air pollution, the presence of contaminants or harmful substances in water, making it unfit for use, is called water pollution. Water pollution again has natural as well as man-made reasons. The natural reasons of water pollution will be soil erosion. Soil erosion causes water pollution, right? Then because of water pollution, there is an increase of toxicity or poison level in the water, which makes it unfit for use. Humans and fish as well as other species that live in and around sources of water are harmed by the pollutants. Okay? I want you all to do a little bit research about the Minamata Bay disorder. right? Do a little bit research about it. It is very interesting. See guys, I always tell you that you should know far more than your textbook, and for that reading is very, very important. So Minamata Bay disorder is that, many years back, Minamata Bay is a water body in Japan, and there was a factory that was letting mercury into that bay, and because of that mercury letting into the bay, the fish consumed the mercury and died, and people ate these fish. When people consumed these fish, people suffered from mercury poisoning. It was a very, very big disaster that happened in Minamata, and that is why what we are putting into the water is very, very important, because eventually that water is going to come back to our homes, right? So potable water is drinkable water which is completely clean and safe to drink. Purifying water is very important to get rid of the pathogens and harmful substances. Industrial waste, household waste and agriculture waste are the main factors contributing to water pollution. So water pollution is again a very, very harmful pollution that causes a great threat to human, plant and animal life, because water is life. We all are dependent on water, whether it is an animal, whether it is a plant, or whether it is human. Candle filter installation is something that is used in your water filters. That thing is called as a candle, a popular household filter in a candle type filter. You can boil water, you can add chlorine tablets, or you can also make sure that you are drinking clean water by using different techniques. So RO is reverse osmosis, but then again RO purifiers waste a lot of water. There is a lot of wastage in reverse osmosis. So boiling or adding chlorine tablets, or using candles, these are different ways in which water can be purified before drinking. Contaminated or consumption of contaminated water can cause different problems like typhoid, cholera, jaundice. So make sure that you are drinking only clean water from a trusted source. What are the main sources of water pollution? Municipal sewage, industrial waste, river water, or both A and B? What are the sources of water pollution? Very easy. Come on. Tell me your doubt, Deepti. I'm waiting for your doubt, dear. Yes, Udit, you are absolutely right that municipal sewage and industrial waste is, they are something that lead to water pollution. So nowadays we have got, sir, is there any step by the government? Yes. So Ganga Action Plan, Narmada Bachao Andolan, these are the steps to purify the river water, right? Isha Foundation, which is, Sadhguru, if you know about Sadhguru. So here I'm not promoting any spiritual organization. I'm just telling the work that they are doing. So Isha Foundation is something that is running a huge campaign across the country to save the rivers and to save the soil. The organization that is Art of Living is also doing a lot to save the rivers. I know so many activists who are working day and night to revive the lakes in Bangalore and around. So people are getting vigilant, people are getting active towards saving water, because water is something that is the, it is at the biggest threat for the future. And if the water becomes unavailable in the coming years, then I don't think life will be able to thrive, whether it is animal life or human life or plant life. Because all of us, as I told, all of us, life basically depends on water, no matter what form of life it is. So there are many organizations, there are many measures taken by the government as well to save water and to protect it as much as possible. And it is very unfortunate to know that Ganga, which in India we consider as a holy river, we consider Ganga to be the goddess. We pray to the river Ganga because we consider it to be the pathway to heaven. Many years back, Kashi was a place where, when anybody used to die, people just used to put the dead body in the river Ganga, which, made them, so people believed that the person will reach heaven. So Ganga was given that status, or Ganga is given that status of purity and that status of being so important in the Hindu religion especially. But then there are places in India where Ganga river flows and the river is declared to be dead. Now what do you mean by a dead river? The meaning of a dead river doesn't mean that it has dried. It means that the river is so toxic, it is so very polluted that no life, no plant life, no fish life can live in that water. It is so toxic. So even the Ganga Action Plan was carried out because of the high levels of coliform bacteria. Because the increased level of coliform bacteria found in river Ganga. Now, from where does this coliform bacteria come? The coliform bacteria comes from human intestine, which means the Ganga river got very, very high levels of coliform bacteria because people were openly vomiting in the river Ganga. People were using river Ganga as a washroom. They were defecating in the river Ganga, and that is why the coliform bacteria level increased, right? So it is very, very unfortunate to know that in a country where we consider river Ganga to be a goddess, we are defecating and vomiting in the river, right? And that is why the Ganga action plan was done, to reduce the levels of coliform bacteria. Even the Narmada Bachao Andolan, that was done to prevent dam constructions. And across the country there are so many different movements, there are so many different campaigns that are being run to protect the rivers and the lakes. Chaliye. So next question, what is the major cause of Ganga pollution? Discharge of industrial waste, change in climate, global warming, or air pollution? What is the major cause of Ganga pollution? Very, very easy. Chaliye, quick, very quick. Are you sure, Deepti? I think you should think again. Great, Udit. I think they are doing a wonderful job. And being the future of the country, you guys, the kids and the youth, which are the future of the country, I think you guys should be very, very well aware of, of what is happening in the world, what is happening in the country, and you should step up to take the charge of making the country, of making the world a better place. That is my only mission in life, and I'm so thankful to the universe, to to the Almighty, that I am on a platform which reaches the masses, and my only and only motive is to spread the world, is to spread the word that let us together make the world a better place. That is my only and only mission in life, to make the world a better place, to bring as many people as possible together to do things that will make this world a better place for us and for the future generations to come, right? So compassion, kindness, empathy, sincerity, environmental awareness, social awareness is something that we really need, and that is the need of the hour that we have to inculcate. It is very unfortunate to know that, again, like yesterday, again, there was a 6.8 Richter earthquake in Turkey and Syria. So people are losing lives, houses are falling like cards. And what can we do sitting here is that at least we can pray for them. If we cannot do anything for them physically, at least we can pray for them, at least we can send them wishes, we can send them blessings, that God give them the strength to stand on their feet back together as soon as possible. And we can obviously make donations through, there are different, so many channels through which we can make donations, through which we can help them financially, and just pray for the earth to be safe and healthy, and supporting every life form. Okay, so going with Udit as A with the answer, absolutely correct, that Ganga is getting polluted because of the industrial discharge, because of the human discharge that we are doing. And again, water diseases cause a lot of problems for the skin, for the internal organs, for our bodies, and that is why we should prevent it. Okay, chaliye. So with that, guys, we come to the end. So this was your chapter, pollution of air and water. I hope you guys enjoyed learning from me, and it was a nice conversation also. I'm glad that I was able to give you a little bit more information about pollution around us. So yeah, so we'll be meeting again really very soon. But till then, this is Pritesh, your host, your dose, and a proud educator from Embibe, signing off for now. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay blessed, and do not forget to keep imbibing, because we believe in you.
Keep imbibing. We believe in you.